Hello, everybody. How y'all doing this evening or in the now time whenever you're watching this, if you're not catching the live? Looks like we got one person here and a thumbs up. Going to be two people there because I'm there now. Fine, I have the audio, so that's good. I'm giving it a thumbs up. Now we got two thumbs up. This video is off to a great start. I'm a few minutes late getting here because I haven't done a video in I think I've done one video in about the last month. Um, and so getting the head right for it, and then there's a lot of videos I'm going to be bringing forward. So deciding which talk I want to do first. Just all these little details. And then, well, I didn't have the mic plugged in. Better take care of that, right? And I thought, well, geez, I have been exercising my lungs, and that's something I gotta take care of here. And I thought, well, the lens on the camera might have a smoke haze on it, so better clean that off. And then, of course, I got a tickle in my throat, so had to use some medicinal Bacardi and have a little gargle. And I need to make sure I had some coffee, along with my toxic water, so I can keep the pipes lubricated. And then I just have to get back into the mindset of giving the talk. So the corruption in Kalkaska. That's a deep conversation, and I don't know how far I want to go. I want to talk about the flag here. This flag just unfolded. I can step over here and grab one. I want to talk about this. The flags, they come like this. And then when you unfold them, they look like this. Back in the day, in the 70s, when we had our black lights and we had our black light posters, and that all came on rolls. Yeah, posters can come on, rolls like your toilet paper, like your paper towel. How come the manufacturers of our flags ship them out like that? Why? Is that what you want? When you take your worthless fiat notes, well, one day you'll be taking your gold or your silver or your value back digital currency, and your transactions will be quantum, and they won't be having government interference. Regardless, your energy, is that what you want? That's not what I want. And the flag that I had been using up here was starting to smooth out and look pretty good. And the boys from Pennsylvania came back, and they came back here to stand with me at the post office and to help me with some jobs. And I brought another surprise. They welded up a flagpole that plugs into the trailer hitch on the back of the truck. And well, I wasn't thinking about this having the flag behind me and how that flag was starting to smooth out. I would have rather left that flag for here, but it is out there on the back of the 19, I believe it's an 85 Chevy, uh, four-wheel drive with a snowplow on it. I don't know how long that truck's been plowing snow, but I think it's been plowing snow long before I got it, and I've had it for about 10 years. Um, and Interestingly enough, this doesn't have to do with corruption, but uh, that truck needed some work, so I've been working on the plow, and I had the plow cables in and getting them adjusted so that the plow would go up and down and side to side is difficult as a one-man operation. And so I had got to a point where I had the plow going up and down. It wasn't going side to side. And then the plow springs needed to be replaced. And the nuts on there, well, these Michigan winters are so severe with the salt. Those nuts freeze on. Well, uh, they weren't coming off. A lot of different things, a lot of good mechanic tricks. They weren't coming off. And amazingly, the boys got the springs on, cut the old ones off, and got these on. Man, they had to stretch and bend, and wow, you talk about some powerful work, powerful attitude. Well, it's just worth mentioning that's the third time the boys from Pennsylvania have been here to stand with me. And they don't just come here to stand with me. When they come here, they want to work. They want to help. They can see that I'm needing to get some things done that I can't get it all done. I've been having a hard time getting some of this stuff done. So they're a gift from the heavens, um, and they're not just doing it. They're not just coming here to help me. They're doing it for you. What I'm doing for you. There's no subscription. You know, who was going to pay to listen to me, anyways? Uh, you don't have to go to all different kind of channels because I can't talk about this here and I can't talk about that there and blah 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 blah. So it's YouTube, Telegram, and then I got the website. And what I do, I'm doing for you. Of course, I've got skin in the game, no doubt. This would be for, I get the benefit too. But I got nothing for sale. People won't engage with me if I do, because I'm one of the most feared men on the planet, have been one of the most feared men on this planet for a long time. And that's just simply because in 2015, I scientifically proved through independent evaluation by a dentist, a professional that I had not met, that cannabis formulations remove calcified plaques, rejuvenate lost gum tissue. And at that time, it was written in the United States National Library of Medicine. If you have lost gum tissue, it's gone forever. It's not coming back. And Colgate was advertising with that. Dentists want you coming back every 6 months to have the plaques scraped off your teeth. Well, nobody teaches you how to grow up and scrape the plaques off your teeth yourself. Get yourself a dental pick. You can buy those sets. the mirror and everything. You know, you could have one person in the family take care of the family. But the thing is, you don't even need to be suffering with the oral plaques, because cannabis formulations will prevent them or remove them. And I have yet to prove non-euphoric effects on calcified plaques and gum tissue rejuvenation, but I have definitely evaluated pain relief, sunscreen, um, um, cleared up a poison ivy type reaction. It was caused, I'm almost certain, from pine sap, because there's no poison ivy here. But it looked very much like a poison ivy rash. And one application, and the next day it was virtually gone. So the non-euphoric formulations definitely have a lot of medicinal value. And so corruption in Kalkaska. Kalkaska's known as the cannabis capital of Michigan. This is tobacco. Maybe I'll hold it like a joint, but it's got no filter on it. And just FYI, I'm smoking tobacco. I don't mind smoking a joint while I'm doing this, and I might roll one up before and smoke it while I'm talking before this is over. Who knows? So if you've been following along, you know that I opened the Superior Court of the Kalkaska County. Superior Court, not inferior, superior. That's the People's Court. Always has been the People's Court. Now, you still have buildings that say Superior Court across the United States of America, but they're not the People's Court, because they have a gold fringed flag flying inside, and they have a British agent with a black robe operating the He Court. There's no jury in there. There's no 12 judges. It's just a He Court. It's his court. He does what he wants. And they're all enslaving you. Thus, Executive Order 13818, which goes against all forms of human trafficking. Not just child trafficking, not just child sex trafficking, not just sex trafficking, all forms of trafficking. And serious human rights abuse. Can you name me one human rights abuse that is not serious? Just one. Just one human rights abuse that's not serious. Corruption in Kalkaska. Human rights abuse rampant. Now, since December 2015, I have been targeted. I have been gang stalked. I have experienced much fuckery in my personal and professional life. I've been put in very precarious situations. I've had to live in ways that I didn't want to live. I've had to do things I didn't want to do just to stay alive, just to keep safe, to be healthy. And I've had to do it primarily in poverty. Still doing it in poverty. And with extremely limited and might as well say I have not had cannabis formulations for my oral health since 2015. Haven't been able to get professional dental care, traditional dental care from dentists, like tooth cleaning, like having my decayed fillings repaired, having the rot in my teeth eliminated and protected with a synthetic filling, to get an abscess tooth removed, to have the point knocked off a bone spur, to have the sharp edges taken off of my remaining teeth where those sharp edges weren't a problem when they had abutting teeth. I can't get traditional dental care. Yet I am 65 years old and on Social Security. And at 65 years old and on Social Security, you have forced Medicare. Forced. No option. And if you fail to choose a plan, one's chosen for you, and you can have penalties. So I've done the talks on Birch Street Dental and Dental Clinics North. And this is the case that has been served on. Put my eyeballs on here. The man acting doctor, acting dentist, Dan Sonnen. Registered mail, RF 302-709-728 US. The man acting doctor, acting dentist, Eric Molby. Register mail, RF 302-709-731 US. The man acting doctor, acting dentist, Hannah Chow. Registered mail, RF 302-709-745 US. The man acting doctor, acting dentist, Jacob Sonnen. Registered mail, RF 302-709-759 US. They all got independent mail. And their trial date is November 20th, 2023 at the court on this property at Cool Road at 10:15 a.m. So I'll tell you a little bit about this. We have my website here, a YouTube video, and another YouTube video. Now, these YouTube videos and website here, it's the same for all of them. We're highlighting Executive Order 13818, serious human rights abuse, 18 USC 1347, healthcare fraud, treason, and this is available for you. A copy is on the services page at the website, oralhealthwithcannabis.com. And you can find a link, or at least the address. I hope it's a hyperlink in the description of this video. Oral Health with Cannabis. On the services page, in the documents section, it would be the last posting. Down in the, there's a document section that's full. Then there's a second document section that hasn't filled up yet. It'll be the last posting. There's a PDF of this. It's there for your review. It's there for your knowledge. This is public court. The Superior Court is a public court where public attendance is encouraged, where cameras are encouraged, where your right to bear arms will never be infringed. Court of law. A court of truth and fact, where the volition of mind is tried. Yes, a court of law, not a administrative slavery process. Under a Title IV flag, a war flag, we are at war. Not a gold-fringed, bastardized flag with a tassel, a disgraced flag. No. All right. Page 2 is a letter from Birch Street Dental to me as a new patient, even though I wasn't a new patient. But that gets very interesting. You can read about those details in the text messages. The text messages are what follow. There's several pages of the text messages. Now, these were on my phone. If I could mute the mic to cough, I would. But I can't. Low budget operation here. But I bring you the best possible production I can at the time. All right, so 1 page, 2 page, 3 page of text message. Now, the interesting thing about these text messages is on my phone, they're Verizon text messages. They were deleted from my phone. Now, this rewriting of history is getting a little bit ridiculous. You can't find the $1,800 million funding by the National Institute of Health for rejuvenating gum tissue, which they did under a false title, revolutionizing the root canal, because they didn't want to get my attention because they were ignoring my information. You can't find that information, nor can you find the results of that study that were released in 2019, where they spent the 1,800 million fiat notes and failed to rejuvenate gum tissue. The only thing you can find is a $1.8 million funding by the National Institute of Health to revolutionize the root canal. And that's there to make me look like a fool because enough of you have gone and checked. But that was a 5-year study. That was probably part of the 1,800 million, but that study went on for about another 2 years. So that's been eliminated. My documents on my website have been attacked and have been altered. So this rewriting of history is just getting a little bit out of hand. Oh, and then we got YouTube. YouTube just taking content right out of my videos, like a really important one at the post office. An hour and a half. The feed kept cutting. I kept hitting restart. An hour and a half, there was, I think, 32 minutes, 31 minutes, something like that, that was available to watch on YouTube. I watched it on YouTube. The next day or within days, it was down to 2 minutes. No strike, no warning, no communication from YouTube, just gone. An hour was already gone. And then my call to the United States Patent and Trademark Office. Live, YouTube, audio, video, no audio. This rewriting of history is a little bit ridiculous. All right. What follows then after the text messages, which I captured. Oh, now how does that happen? How do Verizon text messages get deleted from my phone? And I am dealing with a dentist who threatened me with a British agent. I'm guessing their British agent has some pretty good deep state connections in order to get text messages, damning text messages, damning to Birch Street Dental doctor / dentist, damning to them. They must have some power. There must be some deep state connections there. All right, so they get the skinny on healthcare fraud. That's off the internet. They get a copy of Executive Order 13818 and Executive Order blocking the property of persons involved in serious human rights abuse or corruption. Now, what human rights abuse is not serious? Name me one. You can't, because they're all serious. All right, Executive Order. Now, again, this is available for you on the website. Services page, documents section. You get down here to A. Now, I keep talking about how education is important. Not just important for you, but for you to use as a tool to educate the people who are pretty much just dumbed down, toxified, indoctrinated, MK altered Americans that are just there for a paycheck. They have no idea that they are involved directly or indirectly. Educate them. Why? To put the fear of God into them, to wake them up so that they will do the right thing, or at least have the opportunity to do the right thing before it's too late for them. Because Executive Order 13818, right here, A. I'm going to read A for you. To be responsible for or complicit in, comma, or to have directly or indirectly engaged in, comma, serious human rights abuse. So they get a copy of Executive Order 13818. There's much more to understand about Executive Order 13818, but it is there as part of the bonded paperwork. This paperwork is bonded. It's not stapled. It's not clipped. Bonded. Then we have my command letter for dentists. That's Exhibit 1, Exhibit 2, Exhibit 3. Now, for contract, I got a $1 gold back stamp, my quantum autograph, my thumbprint is a seal, and a cancel on that stamp. I own this contract. This is my case. On here, federal prosecutor, Ethan -D, Dean. Executive emergency manager of the Michigan State, Ethan -D, Dean. Federal witness, Ethan -D, Dean. I'm cognitive of parse syntax, proper mathematical structure, quantum grammar, writing. I'm cognitive of that. I am not proficient in it. So I have applied some knowledge, like the bonding, the stamp, the seal. It's important in contract. All right, so after Executive Order 13818, you get the 3 pages of the command letter, and then I included a copy of this, which talks about the gold fringe flag and the tassel, represents no nation, no country, the Title IV flag. All right. Their bar agents have no power in this. They have no authority. They have no jurisdiction. In fact, British agent shows up, British agent's liable to be tarred and feathered. Oh, yeah. Those treasonous fucks don't belong here. Remember, public attendance is encouraged. Cameras and recording is encouraged, and your Second Amendment will never be infringed in the People's Court, the Superior Court, the High Court. Now, I listened to a talk with Derek Johnson today, and I believe he's talking with a lady from Sweden, and she's done translation on his talks for some people. And I generally enjoyed Derek's talks, but I felt a little off, disconnected listening to him. He was kind of down and just like this, and the talk was kind of fluffy. But about the 20-minute mark, it starts getting real good. And actually, I was listening to it less than an hour to going live, and I stopped. I'm only halfway through it. There was a segment in there I wanted to play. Derek does such a good job of explaining the Global Alliance military operation that would be very helpful for you when I talk about your court, the Superior Court, and the multiple military flyovers that happened here. And I've been here about 10 years. Camp Grayling's about an hour's drive, less than an hour's drive. I've never seen a military craft in the sky, period, let alone directly over my head, directly over my porch at treetop level. At treetop level. Nine. We're talking Black Hawk helicopters. We're talking cargo transportation helicopters. Why? I'll tell you why. Because of the work that's been done here. Because of your court. And where the hell were you? Y'all missed it. I had it open. I got 40 acres here. I invited y'all. Free camping. Come and stand with me. You know, you missed it. The boys from Pennsylvania didn't miss it. But y'all missed it. And then when I talk about it, well, you just dismiss it. Oh, well, do you live near a military installation? Well, yeah, I do. Oh, well, it was just they were just on maneuvers. That's all. It was just routine. Yeah, over the treetops, directly over my head, and then directly over the court. Well, the boys from Pennsylvania were down there chopping the weeds down. 2 Black Hawk helicopters. When I first talked about it, I said 1 Black Hawk helicopter, but I didn't get the story straight. And I talked about 8 military flyovers, 4 events, 8 crests. No, 4 events, 9. That's money. What are they doing that for? Those aren't maneuvers. Those were special orders. No, it wasn't to scare me. It wasn't to put the fucking fear into me. You think they'd spend that kind of money? No, they'd just fucking come over here, fucking get me. I'd be fucking gone like all them other motherfuckers already fucking gone. And there wouldn't be no actor with a fucking mask on taking my place. No, no way, baby. So, bear with me for a minute, if you would. While I regroup, settle my voice box down. I want to talk about the thumbnail of this video. Take a good look at it. It has a, well, actually, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at it. That way I can talk about it better. Okay. On the top right-hand corner, it says PP. That's abbreviation for postage paid. You see a sticker on there. Retail. U.S. postage paid. What's the date on there? It looks like November 1st. $0, 0 cents. I can't blow that up right now without having. At any rate, I want to talk about that. So the boys from Pennsylvania came here, and I've been trying to get some people from Kalkaska or Michigan people to come and stand with me and stand for themselves at the Kalkaska post office. Because the Kalkaska post office is operating in human trafficking. And everybody working there, everybody taking a paycheck is what? Involved? Involved how? Directly or indirectly? Is human trafficking a human rights abuse? Yeah. So I wanted the people to show up with their mail unopened with the all caps name and tell that employee there that all caps name is a fictitious name. It's used for human trafficking, and command that the employees of the Postal Service stop putting it in your militarized postal box. And where the fuck were you people? Yeah, you weren't there. Joe has sent me mail with congressional fuckery, 2 cents per half ounce. He sent it from Michigan. He sent it from Wisconsin. Kalkaska Post Office doesn't want to give that service to me or anybody else, but they put it in my box again and again. Virtually every piece of mail. And I haven't been to my box in about, I don't know how long. A long time. It might be 2 months. I have not opened that box because I don't give a fuck. But I got all kind of signage down there, but I know that they keep on fucking trying their fucking fuckery. But I'm looking at this mail, and where there should be postage, pre-sorted, first-class mail, U.S. postage paid. It says mailed from zip code, blah, 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 permit number, and then it's in a box. Well, by the Styles manual, in a box means that it is not on the page. It doesn't exist. This one, pre-sorted, first-class mail, U.S. postage paid. In a box. Doesn't exist. And where's the fucking marking? Where's the postal marking? Where's the date? Where's any information that shows that this passed through the post office? There's nothing on any of this shit. This one, U.S. postage paid. Now it's in a box, but the box is broken. So it's actually there. But where's the fucking postal marking? Where? Anywhere on here that says that passed through the post office. And then they keep putting that all caps name in there. Time and time again. And apparently, according to reports, the penalty for incarceration was raised from 10 years to 30 years for a maximum of 10 to a maximum of 30. And from a maximum fine of 250,000 to a maximum fine of $1 million per occurrence. But they just keep doing it. The credit union, the the cable provider, Humana, just about everybody, and postage paid. But can you have postage paid? No. And the people who can talk the talk, not only they don't show up, they run. They won't even participate with a phone call. So while we were at the post office, I made a recording, but that recording needs a little bit of an introduction because otherwise it's not going to make sense to anybody. So this is your introduction to that, which will be part 2 to the title of this email. I'll use the same title and we'll make it part 2. My thumb just all of a sudden decided it wanted to cramp up. I've been very hands-on, very, very busy for months. And that's one reason why we've had not too many videos, especially over the last month. So where was I? I think I was at the post office. Oh yeah, part 1, part 2 video. Dana is the only one who came to the post office, and I suggested that he go up there first. So I video recorded him. And then I just left the tripod there when he stepped away, and then I stepped up. And it's very interesting. The people that we generally deal with weren't there. These were new faces. And it would appear that the man wanted to help get this postage paid because I said I was there with the 2 cent per half ounce congressional fuckery that they put in the box that they want to deny all of us. I was there with copy of many of the posts that are put in marked postage paid, and showed him. I believe I showed him. Well, I know I showed him, but I'm not sure at what point. The evidence of my contract as sovereign postage paid, and yet the Kalkaska post office wants to deny me that service. Well, I am here for registered mail, and if you will not provide me the postage paid service, I'm willing to pay for it. I was there to serve these doctors. Why did dentists call themselves doctors? I don't know. But doctors should be held to a higher standard. Either way, they're medical providers to the public. And I'm there as a prosecutor, as executive manager, as process server, trying to facilitate this. And the guy gets as far as printing off the $0.00 U.S. postage paid sticker, and he doesn't know what to do with it. He doesn't know where to put it on the mailer. And so I showed him a picture from the contract. I said, they put it here. And he was, okay, and he put it there. But then he didn't know what to do next, and he got on the phone. And so then tells me, well, go see Dina in Mansalona. Dina knows everything about registered mail. So I think I was there. Let's see. I think it was a Wednesday. So what's the calendar tell me? Uh, Calendar says Wednesday was November 1st, so that makes sense. Um, when did I get them served? It was almost a week later. It was almost a week later for me to get to Mansalona. We got, you tell me, go see Dina in Mansalona. It was about 3:45, and the post office closes at 4. There's no way I'm going to make it to Mansalona to see Dina. And then I didn't have any transportation. And so when I finally was able to arrange transportation, I traveled by myself. Yeah, I got behind the wheel and I traveled by myself to Mansalona. I went to the post office by myself. And I went in there without a camera. And so I've already put myself at risk, at jeopardy, just to go there. Now I'm there alone. It's not the time to be educating Dina. So Dina said that, so I showed her, she said, what's this, PP? That's postage paid. And I said, your own material shows that. And I pulled it up for her. And then she read it. And then she said, well, that's for foreign mail. I said, yeah, this is without the United States. Well, she said, well, that's a United States address. I said, no, it's not. It says without the United States. So that was as far as I was willing to go with Dina. Because as I said, I'm there by myself. I traveled there by myself. That means I got to travel back by myself. And the last thing I need is Dina picking up the phone, calling the fucking Gestapo to say that I'm there creating a disturbance. So since none of you people were there, no, you know, that's what happened. But I got the bastard served. I got the bastard served. And their court date is November 20th. And you are encouraged to be there. 10:15, November 20th. Bring your cameras and bring your guns. Bring a friend. Now, the boys from Pennsylvania were here for 2 weeks. In 2 weeks' time, I couldn't get one meeting with people in Kalkaska. Dana showed up to make a stand at the post office, and I'm proud of him for that. And you'll get to see that in part 2. And you have to listen. The audio's a little soft, and there's at times there's background noise. But you'll see Dana make his stand. You can hear what he says. It's clear enough. You can hear what he says, and at least most of it. And you can hear most of what I say. There is some dead space, and I can't edit that out. But you'll see that we got the $0.00 postage paid, but couldn't get any further. And I did make it to Mansalona. And if I could have educated Dina that the United States is the District of Columbia, if I could have proven that to her, if you were there to help prove it to her, we could have proved it to her. We probably could have got that postage paid foreign mail service done. So let's see. I should take a look at the comments because I can tell there's a comment. I just can't read it without my eyes. My eyes are a little tired. Hey, Charlie. Good to see you. And Big Stank. Big Stank, how you doing? Big Stank says howdy. Charlie's got 3 thumbs up. It's good to see y'all. And this video has 6 thumbs up. That's quite awesome. So right now, I do not have cannabis formulations for my oral health. However, harvest is in and I have material, but I don't have solvent. And I'm short on money till that next Social Security payment comes in. And then it'll take some time to process. But I will be skipping the charcoal filtering, which is a very time-consuming process. I'll be skipping that for a small batch because I'm fine with the chlorophyll, and I want to get started as soon as I can. And then I've got to get back on the phone with Humana. It's been, I think it's been at least a month since my last call to Humana. So there's 2 reference numbers for them to respond to. One with regards to insurance fraud by Birch Street Dental. And the other is the human trafficking issue, that all caps name on my insurance card and on the mail that they keep putting in my box. And so I was told that they have to do it the same way, exactly the same as Medicare. And I'm like, yeah, right. Because Medicare is unlawfully, illegally using that all caps name, and Medicare is forced on me. That's your reason to use a fictitious name as part of the human trafficking system? I think, are you aware of Executive Order 13818, 18 USC 1341 and 1342? What do I got from Humana? Crickets. Their bar attorneys must be shitting their fucking pants. That's the only thing I can think. Because where are they going to go? They're going to go talk to their British agents. Because they don't do anything without the advice of their British agents, do they? No, none of these corporations do. That's how that's one of the ways they keep you so damn enslaved and in fear. And you're too dumbed down to know about your court, the superior court. And if you are cognizant of the fact, if you can comprehend the fact that we're under martial law, if you get that through your thick head, if you can comprehend what Derek Johnson brings forward, and then connect the dots on the 9 military flyovers that I got here when I opened court, your court, the high court, the superior court, and I held court on a judge, a sheriff, an undersheriff, a county prosecutor, a court clerk, and the postmaster for the Kalkaska post office. I got 9 military fucking flyovers. Oh, I'm some fucking conspiracy theorist. I'm a fucking fraud. Everybody's got some motherfucking stupid fucking thing to say, except, wow. Wow, I want to be a part of that. I want to fucking stand. I want to own my authority. I want to hold these motherfuckers to account. So, this is also posted on my Telegram channel, and somebody actually read it. Somebody actually read it and then commented back, well, it doesn't say anything about damages, right? Like, you know, to restitution for me. No, it doesn't. It says, motherfuckers, you're about to fucking hang for the fucking shit you do. In your own fucking system. Executive Order 13818. And everybody that fucking takes a paycheck at Birch Street Dental, you're subject to fucking hang. I'm trying to fucking save your motherfucking lives. I'm trying to bring optimal oral health to you. To you. To every fucking man, woman, and child. To your fucking cats and your dogs. To your fucking livestock for man and fucking mammal. Fucking Dr. Thomas Levy will fucking tell you that every root canal tooth is a fucking toxic tooth. The American Dental Association has no proof that a root canal tooth is safe. There's overwhelming scientific evidence that every root canal tooth is a toxic tooth. Dr. Thomas Levy, a heart surgeon, finds oral plaques in the high pressure ventricle of 90% of his fucking patients. He claims it's a fucking cause of fucking any inflammatory condition. The majority of fucking breast cancer can be the cause of virtually any inflammatory condition. Can be the cause of virtually any inflammatory condition. The cause of 90% of heart attacks, the majority of breast cancer. And the American Dental Association does 15 million root canal procedures on Americans here in America on average annually. The American Medical Association, like the American Dental Association, like the American Bar Association, are British organized, British operated, and British fucking run. Killing you. The American Medical Association claims to be the third leading cause of death for Americans due to medical errors. Well, heart attack and stroke were number 1 and 2. Well, if fucking toxic teeth are the fucking cause of 90% of heart attacks, doesn't that make fucking dental, American Dental and American Medical, the number 1 cause? The American Bar Association, the American Dental Association, the American Bar Association combined the number 1 leading cause for the death of Americans in America. The American Bar Association, certainly the fucking leading cause of enslavement of Americans. Fucking license this, license that. Like, you have fucking permission when you got rights. What do you want fucking permission for? What do you want penalties for when you got rights? When the fuck are you people gonna wake the fuck up? That's what I want to know. Oh, democracy matters. 13818 allows citizens to hold corrupt officials accountable. You're damn, let me see, citizens. I'm not going to fuck with your words. You are a sovereign if you own it. There is no U.S. citizen. There is no U.S. birth certificate. You are the all power, the high power. And your military is aligned with very powerful militaries of other nations. And I'm going to tell you something that I don't think anybody else has told you, because it only just clicked with me yet today. As I think about, bear with me, if you will, I think about Derek Johnson. And how nobody has discredited anything that he has brought forward except me. I want him to stop telling you that there's two powers in the United States of America: the federal government and the military. Because there's three powers. And Derek, from time to time, tells you that, but he never tells you that there's three powers. He tells you how Trump talks about taking the power away from DC and giving it back to you. There are three fucking powers. We empower the fucking military. We sovereigns empower the fucking military. We sovereigns establish and give that power and authority to the government. How can there only be two fucking powers when you are the highest power? That's three powers. When are you going to stand up and own your fucking authority? When are you going to fucking grow up? I'm still growing up. Where I feel my greatest need for growing up is spiritually. We have been enslaved. We've been kept to be childish, to be in fear, to needing mommy or daddy. I've gone a long way past that shit to grow up. But we've also been robbed and enslaved and deprived of our spirituality, our high power. And that's where I feel infantile, childish, lacking knowledge, lacking experience, lacking the wisdom, lacking the ability to utilize that spiritual power. And so I'm constantly looking for alignment. And I'm growing in my spirituality. So I've got growing up to do, and I know that most of you do too. And so when I say, when are you going to grow up, don't take it, don't feel bad. Don't get mad at me. Well, if you want to get mad at me, if that makes you feel better, I have more power to you. Do what you fucking want. You get mad at me, you ain't hurting me. Cause no harm. Shine the light, spread the love. One thing I saw. Oh, I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you what nobody else has told you. Thinking about these three powers. Let's just go back and think about what Derek Johnson's saying. Two powers. My hand's cramping up again. Um, two powers: federal government and the military. Well, if you know a little bit about your history, you know that your state government has a responsibility to protect you from federal overreach. That would mean each state is essentially a nation unto itself. Wow. Sometimes shocking is good for cramping, no matter where it is. Leg cramp, shoulder cramp, hip cramp, hand cramp. Um, man. So since a state is technically a nation unto itself, because your state has a responsibility and a duty to protect you from federal overreach. It doesn't. Your states have all been federalized. Your courts have all been federalized. Everything's fucking federal. So what nobody else is telling you is, I think there's four powers. I think there's four powers. You're a sovereign American. You're a sovereign man with life on the land in the United States of America. Don't fuck with my words. It's all babble. Understand my volition. Understand my message. Understand what I'm communicating to you. Wouldn't there be four fucking powers? You, as the highest power, as the sovereign. State government, which you establish, which you give limited power to. It's a lower power. It has duty and responsibility. It doesn't have rights. It has duty and responsibility. State government, that's a power. State government is there to protect you from fucking federal overreach. That's part of what a state is there for. Doesn't that separate state power from federal power? And then you got military power. So isn't there actually four fucking powers for your nation? So when I think of this being a global military alliance of many nation states, we have all of our states: Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, Tennessee, Florida, California, Wyoming, on and on and on. Every one an independent military nation involved in a global military alliance. And I'm going to tell you something else. There are those that will tell you that there is a galactic post office established by Russell -J Gold. He tells you that. Now you have a lot of other people talking with you about extraterrestrials, other sentient beings, angelics, other dimensional beings. So maybe, well, okay, so maybe in your nation, in America, there's more than four powers. If there are sentient beings, extraterrestrials, angelics, or whatever, any or a combination of or all, if they are benevolent and they are here and they are part of this, like there are those that will tell you about Commander Thor. Commander Thor is not terrestrial. And he's very involved in the underground battles. What the shit that's going to be brought forth, the truth that's going to come forward is going to be so shocking and so revealing, and life on the other side should be so different. When after we have crushed and destroyed this evil demonic fucking force, these fucking entities that have fucking enslaved us, there are those that will tell you that this has been going on for thousands of years. And the architectural, geographical evidence that's there to be examined indicates such. Wow, there's a lot of comments. A lot of comments. Wow, 9 thumbs up and 2 people here. What is that? El Piro, greetings, Big Stank, he says. And Democracy Matters, British agents, he says. Big Stank, Bar Association lawyers equals judges. El Piro, hello, Keith. State Adjutant General and National Guard Chaplain, he says. El Piro, 4 legs to a table. Democracy Matters says a table can have 1 leg if the leg is wide enough. El Piro, your hyphen self, your person, the government, the administration. Oh, so yourself. Keith is giving power to, I think when you're referring to yourself and then your person, is that meaning the demonic fiction created to enslave you? Big Stank, YouTube not letting like some videos tonight. YouTube not letting like some videos tonight, huh? Democracy Matters, Russell J. Gould. Keith says, and after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on 4 corners of the earth. Wow. The angels were showing themselves to me. Big Stank says, I noticed that too. The angelics were showing themselves to me. They have been. I've talked about the fact that I've been given I guess visual powers that I didn't have. Like if you look through certain type of lens, you can see vibration, you can see light energy, you can have night vision, these kind of things. Well, I've been given the ability to see angels, and I've been given the ability to see the demonics. And the demonics are not. It's not enjoyable. I don't. I just don't have words for the right now for the disgust. But I see it everywhere. When it's being shown to me, in the other realm, the other dimension, or other vibratory that is not in our dumbed down sensory abilities. I've been given this ability to see this, and it's very disturbing. But yet, I've been given the ability to see the angelics, and that is very enlightening. And then I've been getting the visitations in the nighttime skies. And that has basically been non-existent for about 3 months. Those nighttime sky visitations and the downloads that I felt that I got from that. But I still feel like I get downloads, but I don't have to be called out out there. So my spiritual growth, my connection, my alignment with the energies in the quantum I feel are infantile, and so I'm looking to grow in knowledge and in strength and stand in all of that. So wow, 10 thumbs up for this video. That's quite amazing. Thank you all for coming. Does anybody have any questions about anything? This is available for you for review. And this had no critique. This had no, nobody checks my work for spelling errors or anything like that. What you won't see in the copy is on the back side of every page is my thumbprint. I think you can see that on the back page, every page. So I feel like I should mark this original. This is the original. And I think it's good. I am in this paperwork. I am not giving testimony. I am not doing interrogatories. I am not making claims. I am providing the evidence that prepares me as prosecutor for the jury of 12 judges. That's what this does. And it will be the jury that determines the outcome for everything that a jury is responsible for. So the punishment that would go to these people, if any, restitution for me, criminal investigations for those that are tied to these four. Now, there's no point in me asking for damages at this point in the paperwork. This says you're gonna fucking hang, motherfuckers. That's what it says. It says stop your fucking treasonous, fucking human rights abuse, fucking demonic fucking practice. All right, I'm not getting into discriminating against me. I'm not getting into my pain and suffering. I've been to every dentist in Kalkaska years ago in their fucking office with my fucking card, with my fucking evidence. The American Dental Association told me they will not look at this unless a dentist recommends it. No dentist will recommend it because they're fucking pussies. They're scared of the DEA. They're scared of the fucking demonic fucking enslavement system that's going down that too many of you want to give fucking credit to and keep fucking putting paperwork into instead of dragging them into your fucking court and being the man who holds these motherfuckers to account. So besides no fucking jury, there's no fucking enforcement. There's nobody to go capture these motherfuckers yet. But that day's coming. 9 military flyovers, 4 events, treetop level, baby. You connect the dots. Trump said he had 200 generals backing him. I'll make the same claim. And if you know what that means, you know what that means. If you don't know what that means, you got some catching up to do, if you're inclined to. If you're not inclined to, that's up to you. Then, what about the 6-engine Soviet-era bird? It came in so low and so slow, but jet traffic, I get slow jet traffic here because there's airports nearby. So they'll be low coming in for landings. And I know the flight patterns around here. Well, as I'm hearing this jet coming in low and slow, it's not catching my attention. I'm inside, I'm not outside. But that son of a bitch went right over my head. I knew that sitting inside, and low and slow. And I get up and I race over to the door and I don't grab the fucking phone. And that motherfucker is low and slow. And a couple of seconds later, because he's so low, past the treetops, there's no way for me to go get the camera and take a picture. That's a Soviet-era bird in our airspace. That he wasn't treetop level. I got to correct that. He wasn't treetop level. He was low, probably about the 500-foot minimum, maybe a little bit higher. But I think it was low and slow, and directly. I mean, directly over my head, directly over my porch, directly over my room. So, we've got our military planes all over the world, and we have planes from the military alliance from all over the world in our airspace. This all happened when I opened that court and I held court on the sheriff, undersheriff, judge, chief of police, court clerk, county prosecutor, and the postmaster. And where the fuck were you? All right, everybody. Well, I'll read the comments before I run off. I think we got a couple more comments. PBS Lover, missing videos for processing weed into your super stuff. Um, well, I'll make some new videos probably once I get some isopropyl alcohol. This time I'll be able to show you a good, good, a good return. I've got some very rich material. And then you're asking, do I have copies? Are you talking copies of the case for on Bird Street Dental? Yes, on the services page of the website, oralhealthwithcannabis.com. In the documents section, it would be the last entry. There's a PDF there that's available. And Democracy Matters says, will they be sequestered? Well, it says there's 0 people here, but PBS Lovar says, cool, thanks. So it's nice that YouTube's telling me nobody's here. There's 11 thumbs up. That's incredible. Thank you. That warms my heart to know that 11 of you are touched enough by what I brought forward to put a thumbs up there. So, all right, you can expect several videos coming from me in the near future. Maybe tomorrow I will do a live recorded call to Humana because they've definitely got some answering to do. I need a dentist. You need access to optimal oral health. And then I learned some things from the garden this year, which I'm going to share. And now I'm going to talk about some other things cannabis related. So I feel pent up on topics to come forward and bring videos. So PBS says, remember to give 2-party notification right at start of call. Well, I have been doing that pretty much. But where is that written in the Constitution? You know what I'm talking about? You have all power. Don't worry about stupid shit that don't matter. We're under martial law. So if you can comprehend Executive Order 13818, then you can comprehend that administrative courts of human trafficking with bar agents and maritime flags that represent no nation, no constitution, are ordered closed. And everybody involved, directly or indirectly, is culpable. They're all subject to imprisonment or hanging. Every one of them. And I know that a lot of them are there for a paycheck. And that's exampled by my visit to the Sheriff's Department, Kalkaska County Sheriff's Department, June 2021. I spent 2.5 hours with the jail sergeant. The undersheriff wouldn't meet with me. He's never met with me. The sheriff wouldn't meet with me. He's never met with me. Them fuckers are subject to hang. I spent 2.5 hours with the jail sergeant as prosecutor. Ordered the fucking arrest of the Kalkaska County prosecutor, the man who prosecuted me, the man who's tough on crime. In the middle of his 3rd term, he boot scooted boogied. He was gone within 30 days. And shortly after that, the jail sergeant and the jail staff vacated and the Kalkaska County Sheriff's Department had to fucking move their fucking inmates to another fucking county facility. I didn't know I had that power at that time. And I didn't have the knowledge that I have now. And I didn't know about Executive Order 13818. I didn't know about 18 USC 1341 and 1342. But I do now. And I'm telling you. And I hadn't established the fucking Superior Court, the High Court, and got 9 military flyovers. But now, you know. So, own your authority, people. I love you. I love you. I'm doing this for you so that you will stand up and do for yourself and for others. Let's get her done, people. I love you. I'll be back.